The question of whether animals have morals is a fascinating one that touches on biology, ethics, and philosophy. While animals don't have morals in the same way humans do, there are some behaviors in the animal kingdom that suggest the presence of social norms, cooperation, and even elements of what we might call moral actions. However, these behaviors are usually driven by evolution and survival rather than abstract ethical principles. Many animal species engage in cooperative behaviors that benefit others, even at a cost to themselves. These behaviors are sometimes interpreted as a form of morality because they promote the well-being of others, but they are generally driven by evolutionary mechanisms like kin selection or reciprocal altruism. Reciprocal altruism. In species like vampire bats, individuals may share food with others who are not their kin if they've been helped in the past. This is an example of reciprocity, where individuals act generously in the expectation of receiving help in the future. It is a form of social exchange rather than an abstract moral choice. Kin selection. In social species like honeybees or wolves, individuals may act to protect relatives even if it endangers their own lives. This is a strategy to ensure the survival of shared genetic material. While it might seem like a moral act, it's more about the propagation of genes. Some animals exhibit behaviors that suggest a sense of fairness or justice, particularly in situations where there is a clear imbalance or injustice. Capuchin monkeys are famous for their experiments with fairness. In these studies, one monkey would receive a grape, which they found rewarding, while another received only a cucumber slice. The second monkey, noticing the inequality, would often refuse to perform the task, and in some cases, even throw the cucumber slice away. This reaction is sometimes interpreted as a form of moral judgment about fairness. Elephants also seem to display behaviors associated with empathy, cooperation, and fairness. For example, elephants are known to help injured or distressed companions and even other species, showing a level of altruism that goes beyond immediate survival needs. Empathy, the ability to understand and share the feelings of another, is often cited as an important component of human morality. While it's difficult to know for sure what animals are feeling or understanding, there is evidence that some animals can display behaviors that suggest empathy. Dolphins and whales are often observed helping injured or stranded individuals, even from other species. In some cases, dolphins have been observed protecting humans from sharks or guiding lost swimmers back to shore. Primates such as chimpanzees and bonobos have been observed showing concern for the welfare of others, consoling distressed individuals, or sharing food. These acts suggest a degree of emotional awareness and social bonding, which might underlie the behaviors we associate with compassion. Some animal species have mechanisms for punishing individuals who violate group norms, which might resemble a kind of moral enforcement. In wolves, for instance, individuals that act in ways that threaten the social structure or harmony of the pack may be punished or ostracized by other members. This ensures that the group works cooperatively, which increases the chances of survival for the entire pack. Similarly, meerkats and other social animals often exhibit vigilance and cooperative behaviors that ensure individuals contribute fairly to the group. If someone slacks off, they may be reprimanded or excluded. Despite these instances of seemingly moral behavior, animal actions are generally driven by instinct, evolutionary pressures, and the need for survival rather than an adherence to ethical principles. For instance, humans have the ability to engage in abstract moral reasoning and think about ethical dilemmas that do not directly relate to their survival or well-being. We can reflect on concepts like justice, rights, and duty, even when they do not immediately affect us. Animals, on the other hand, tend to act based on immediate social and survival needs. Their behaviors, while potentially altruistic or cooperative, are often guided by evolutionary imperatives like kin selection or the need to ensure the survival of the group. They don't appear to have a conceptual understanding of fairness, justice, or rights in the way humans do. From an evolutionary standpoint, many of the behaviors that might appear moral are actually adaptive strategies that enhance survival and reproduction. Traits like empathy, fairness, and cooperation can help individuals and groups thrive, which is why they might be selected for over generations. So, while animals may engage in behaviors that appear moral to us, They are often driven by the pressures of natural selection rather than abstract moral philosophy. While animals don't have moral codes in the human sense, governed by reflection, culture, and philosophical reasoning, there is compelling evidence that many species exhibit behaviors that we might interpret as forms of empathy, cooperation, fairness, and punishment. These actions often serve practical, evolutionary purposes like enhancing group cohesion or ensuring survival. The line between animal behavior and human morality is blurry, and while animals may not engage in moral reasoning as we do, their social behaviors can mirror some aspects of moral conduct.